Hi, my name is Frank White and welcome to another one of my YouTube videos. Today I am going to talk about the Canon EF 70-300 IS f 4-5.6 USM zoom telephoto lens. Now, this has been a popular lens because it's a great supplement to the kit lens. In fact, for a lot of people who want the extra focal length, then this is the lens that they settle for. This lens is image stabilized, which means that it's got hardware in it that kind of combats the handshake, and it also has some micro capability for which I don't use it for now. With a focal length of 70-300, then this does make a decent lens to take portraits with. However, in my opinion, this lens is a little bit too soft to be considered a professional portrait, a professional lens for taking portraits. Now, I think one of the things that people try to do with this lens is, if they got a kid that's in sports, say a soccer kid, a kid that plays soccer or softball or something, then they might want to try to use this lens to take some of those action shots. Well, the autofocus is a little slow on this lens, so you may find yourself having a tough time getting these shot. But with the burst mode of most cameras today, and as long as you got good light, then I don't see why you couldn't actually use this as a sports lens for taking pictures of your kids in sports. Okay. Now, this lens has some buttons on the outside. As I mentioned, it is stabilized, so that stabilization 1 helps on all planes, and stabilization mode 2 helps only on the vertical plane, so that you can pan and capture images of, say, a race horse or a race car or something that you want to pan with, a runner, a bicycler, so forth and so on. It does have autofocus, and autofocus can be pretty slow. Let's see, let me just get it out of focus here. Now, it does not have full-time manual control. So just now I put it in autofocus, and then I tried to manually change the focus, which is a no-no for this lens. So let me take it out, and I'm gonna hit the autofocus, and you can see it moving around. This lens does have an EF mount, so it's okay to mount this lens on either your crop sensor body or your full frame body. The mount is metal, which is one of the great things for a lens. You can get, some lenses do come with the plastic mount, which is more apt to wear out. Okay, this lens is made of plastic, but it does have a good feel to it, even though the housing is plastic. It has a lock in front of it, so that you can avoid lens creep when it's mounted to your hanging from your neck, or it's in transport. And overall, I'd say this is a fairly decent lens. But your expectations for this lens shouldn't be really high. If you are looking for something with a lens with real high image quality, real great image quality, then I would suggest that you look more at the 70 to 200 millimeter lens as opposed to the longer focal length, the 70 to 300 focal length lens. Now, with that said, I do want to mention the 75 to 300, which is a sister to this lens. However, this lens is somewhat better in terms of image quality than the 75 to 300. So if you are weighing those two lenses and are trying to make a choice between one of the two, then I think you'll be a lot happier with the 70 to 300 lens. Now I'm going to include in the notes where you can acquire this lens. So with that, I'd like to say thank you for watching my YouTube video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have any comments about this lens, questions, then please leave them below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Finally, if you're going to shoot anybody today, shoot them with a Canon or a camera of your choice. Really, that's making a difference. And as always, thanks guys.